The house has to be in my name or this wedding is off. When we were buying the wedding home, my future mother-in-law slammed the table and threw a full-on tantrum, crying about how hard it was to raise her son and how her biggest dream in life was to own a house. My fiancé, all teary-eyed, begged me to just listen to his mom. His mom even got down on her knees and kowtowed to me, saying even if the house was in her name, we'd be the ones living there, and she'd never interfere. So I had no choice but to agree. The second I did, her face changed. She smiled and praised me for being sensible, a perfect daughter-in-law. Then she said she'd handle the renovation and all I had to do was pay for it. I was completely confused. Ma'am, why would I pay to renovate your family's house? This is so unfair. I worked so hard to raise my son. My lifelong dream was to buy a house, and now my not yet married daughter-in-law wants to steal my wedding home. When it was time to sign the contract, my future mother-in-law suddenly made a scene and insisted her name had to be on the deed. My mom's face went dark right away. We agreed that I wouldn't take the $188,000 bride price from your family, and it would go toward the down payment. The deed would be under the young couple's names. Now we're about to sign, and you suddenly want your name on it? Who does business like this? You have a husband, so you have no idea how much I've suffered for Jack. So many people looked down on me and said I'd never afford a house in my life. I just want my name on this deed, then slap it in their faces and show them that Anna owns a house too. My future mother-in-law cried until her eyes were blurry with tears, then grabbed my hand, choking up. Lucy, I really do see you as my own daughter. That's why I'm speaking so openly. No matter whose name is on the house, it belongs to you and Jack. I promise I won't get involved. Can't you just grant Mom this one tiny wish? Before I could react, she suddenly stood up and dropped to her knees in front of me. Lucy, I'm just an old woman. It wasn't easy raising Jack all by myself. Please don't fight me over this. Lucy, just let my mom have this one. Her life hasn't been easy, it's just a name on the deed, that's all. Not only did Jack not stop his mom, he actually looked at me with puppy eyes, begging me to give in. My mom was about to lose it, but I held her back. With my future mother-in-law kneeling right in front of me, it didn't matter whose name was on the deed. This wedding was already over, so I nodded. Fine, put it under your mom's name. Lucy? My mom glared at me like she wanted to shake some sense into me. She still wanted to stop me, but I gave her a look and gently shook my head. My mom let out a heavy sigh, stood up and walked out. If that's all, I'll be leaving. I quickly got up to chase after her, and from a distance I heard my future mother-in-law lower her voice. See? I told you this would work. I looked back and saw her holding Jack's hand, smiling from ear to ear. Jack was smiling too, then suddenly sensed something and turned to look at me. Our eyes met, and I smiled at him too. Jack's face changed instantly and he hurried over to me. Lucy, don't worry, we'll definitely renovate it however you want. We'll talk about it later. I gestured toward him. Your mom's waiting. My mom and I are leaving first. Anyway, from now on, that whole family had nothing to do with me. Too bad Jack didn't think so. 2 days later, he called me. Lucy, we got the keys to the house. When are you free to come by? My mom found a renovation crew. Their price is pretty fair, so I'm thinking of using them. Do whatever you want. I was looking over a work project. My quarterly bonus depended on it, so I had to keep the client happy. I hung up right away. But not long after, the phone rang again. Jack opened his mouth and said, Lucy, I talked it over with them. The whole renovation will be $500,000. What do you think? I already said do whatever you want. I was baffled. It's your family's house. Do whatever you like. Why ask me? I'm not the owner. Then he said, so when are you sending the money? I had question marks all over my face. Are you out of your mind? You want me to pay for renovating your family's house? Didn't we agree on this? You'd pay for the renovation. Jack's tone was completely righteous. I was speechless. Get this straight. We only met through a blind date 6 months ago. I saw that you graduated from a decent 2-1-1 university. Sure, you're from a single-parent family with no car and no house, but you looked okay and treated me pretty well. That's why I thought we could get married sooner and have a kid. Your family was the one who brought up buying a house. You told me you only had $180,000 saved and asked if I could take less bride price. My mom didn't want to make things hard for you, so she said the bride price could go toward the down payment, as long as the deed had both our names. Then my family would pay for the renovation, but now the deed is under your mom's name, and you still want me to pay for the renovation. Jack, you look like a decent guy, but is your brain full of water? What? Did I murder your whole family in a past life, so now I have to pay you back in this one? By the end, I couldn't help laughing. Turns out when you're speechless enough, you really do laugh. Lucy? My mom just wants a house with her name on it. It's only a name. Do you really have to be so petty? Jack was still acting so polite. He even advised me, once we settle this, we'll start work as soon as the money arrives. You don't want to delay our wedding, right? Yeah, sure, totally. I rolled my eyes, hung up, and blocked him. Even one more word would have been a waste of time. Then Jack brought his mom to my office. I met them in the conference room. The moment they walked in, the old woman's eyes turned red and she got down on her knees. I suspected his mom had read some online post saying kneeling to your daughter-in-law could steal her lifespan because she was clearly addicted to it. Hi, ma'am. Why are you kneeling again? Lucy, I didn't close the conference room door. I even took a step back and stood by the doorway, speaking pretty loudly on purpose so my coworkers could hear. After all, they came to my workplace to make a scene. Didn't they want my coworkers to laugh at me? Fine, I'd let everyone watch. Jack, your mom's knees are weak. Is that because of you? And if your mom is kneeling, you should kneel too. Otherwise, you look pretty unfilial. Besides, if your mom kneels and you don't, it might take years off your life. My supervisor came over and asked, Lucy, what's going on? The scene was so loud that everyone nearby came over for the drama and couldn't even work. I kept my voice loud. My blind date forced his mom to kneel and beg me to pay for their house renovation. Jack's face turned bright red. His mom didn't know whether to keep kneeling or stand up, so she just kept waving her hands. It has nothing to do with my son. It's my fault for only putting my name on the deed and upsetting my daughter-in-law. Lucy, Mom was wrong. I swear I'll serve you like royalty from now on. Please forgive Mom just this once." By the end, she was sobbing with tears streaming down her face, crying about how hard it was to raise her son all by herself. "Lucy, she's an elder after all. No matter what, you shouldn't let her kneel and beg like this. Hurry and help her up. Whatever it is, just talk it out." The male co-worker who said that was my office rival. A few days ago, he lost a project to me and wasn't happy about it. So now he was being passive-aggressive. "Keep acting so tough and no one will want you." "Yeah, sure, totally. Someone wants you, huh? Then why didn't the client want you?" I rolled my eyes at him and asked my supervisor, "Should we call the police?" Moral blackmail is still blackmail. The cops should handle that too. "Lucy, what do you want Mom to do before you forgive me? How about you hit me? Hit me until you're not angry anymore." "Lucy, hit me." My future mother-in-law actually crawled over on her knees, grabbed my hand and slapped it against her face. I was caught off guard and she was strong, so the slap landed hard and loud. "As long as it makes you feel better, you can beat Mom to death." Her tears stuck to my hand, making me so grossed out I felt physically sick. I frowned and tried hard to shake her off, but she wouldn't let go. Her nails were digging into my skin. "Ma'am, if you make me bleed, you'll have to pay my medical bills, and if I refuse to settle, you'll be detained." My face darkened as I looked at Jack. "Are you even human? You let your mother cry and kneel like this while you hide behind her and take advantage?" "Lucy, my mom just wants your forgiveness. Why can't you just forgive her? Do you have to make this so ugly?" Jack once again shattered my worldview. How could this jerk say something like that with such confidence? I was so mad I laughed. Fine. Tell me exactly how I'm supposed to forgive her." "Lucy, you're willing to forgive Mom?" Jack's mom's eyes lit up as she looked at me eagerly. She and Jack really were mother and son. Those puppy eyes were exactly the same. I was never angry. So what forgiveness are we even talking about? You two suddenly came here, kneeling and begging, saying you wanted my forgiveness. I don't get it. What exactly do you want me to forgive? Or are you just trying to scam money out of me? I said the last sentence especially clearly and heavily. The gossip in everyone's eyes instantly lit up, and they all looked at Jack and his mom, waiting for an explanation. "Lucy, we're family. How can you make us sound so awful?" Fine. As long as you're not mad at Mom anymore, we can talk about the rest privately." My future mother-in-law held my hand and stood up. I said, "Didn't you come to my company because you wanted to explain everything in front of my co-workers? Now my co-workers and supervisor are all here. Why do you suddenly want to talk privately? What? Afraid too many witnesses will ruin your little plan?" It was that male co-worker again. "Lucy, you're going too far. Your mother-in-law already said that, so you should take the out. Stop making a scene and affecting everyone's work." He had that fake, "I'm doing this for your own good" look. I rolled my eyes at him. "Can't you see everyone wants to know what happens next? You have zero people skills. No wonder you couldn't handle the client." "Do you always talk this harshly at work?" Jack actually got fired up too. From the look he exchanged with that male co-worker, I could tell the two of them had already reached some kind of silent agreement. "How about this? As Lucy's fiancé, I'll buy everyone bubble tea. I hope you'll all be generous and not hold this against Lucy. She just has a sharp tongue, but she has a good heart." "Yeah, sure, totally. No wonder you brought your mom to my office to guilt-trip me into paying for your renovation, and you opened your mouth asking for $500,000. Turns out I'm just too kind. I really am harsh, and I hit right where it hurt." Jack's face was about to collapse. "Lucy, stop letting everyone laugh at us. Let's go home and talk. If anyone's laughing, they're laughing at you. Always kneeling and begging people for money." As I spoke, I took a coin from my pocket and handed it to the old woman. $1. That's all you're getting." Someone in the crowd laughed, and the old woman's face turned red. "Do you think I'm a beggar? Aren't you?" Then I suddenly realized, oh right, what beggar dares to ask for $500,000? You're not beggars, you're robbers. Call the police. Sue them for extortion. You can hire me as your attorney. The company's legal counsel actually took the chance to promote himself and handed me a business card. He said his friend's new law firm had just opened and was running a big promotion. "You're just mad I didn't put your name on the deed, right? If you cared that much, you shouldn't have agreed yesterday. Now it's already done. What's the point of making a scene? Are we getting married or not?" I looked at him with pity. "Now you're getting mad because you're embarrassed. What you just said sounds completely brain dead. Since your IQ clearly isn't enough to figure this out, let me officially inform you. You and I have been over for a while. What did you say? Tap below to watch the full story."